Baby, what's good? What's poppin'? If you can hear my voice, you are hearing the voice of Jess, popularly known as Jess Finesse, and you are tuned into another episode of Jess Finesse Presents. So I'm gonna start off by clapping for myself because if I don't clap for myself, who's gonna clap for me? I don't need no one to clap for me. But why I need someone to clap for me when I have two hands? Thank you. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. For those of y'all that have chosen to come back, I love you. The pod loves you. Everybody loves you. And we're actually rounding up season 2 very soon. So after this episode is gonna be next episode. Then you're not gonna hear my annoying voice for only God knows how long. But you're hearing me now. We in action, baby. And it's a very special episode because every episode is special because all the guests I bring on this podcast are special. And today's guest is no different. Mr. Spreadsheet.
No one has done that.
It's a first. New. Excel was popping.
I'm good, my G. I'm good.
Before you even talk, because I can't just...
Yeah.
I would prostrate.
What?
But...
Why?
No, I'm not going to prostrate. First, I'm going to clap for you first, right? Because you're not even a small boy. You're not even just a regular man. Okay, I don't even know if you're a human being. All right? But you're a very special person. So I can't prostrate. I mean, I could prostrate, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do this, all right? How about my one hand is up? My two hand is up. Two hands is not even enough. My one leg is up. My other leg is up. Tell me to put my hands down. Tell me to put my legs down.
Please put everything down.
Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss.
You're like an activist with the berets with the hand up.
This is my normal uniform. Black power, but it's my normal uniform.
Yeah.
What's poppin', guy?
I do. We out here.
Thank you for taking out time. I hope I'm not taking money out your pocket. Asking you to come here. I hope I'm not messing up with your own podcast, asking you to come here. I hope I'm not messing up any bag, any deal, any meeting.
Your family says it's all good.
Excel's favorite line is "I did for you."
I did for you,
and
really?
I actually have trauma. I like something in my body triggers when I hear people say "I did for you."
If it's not me,
yeah, but when you say it, it's fine because I'm like, okay, it's real.
Yeah.
But other people don't. I'm like, take that rubbish and go swallow it back in your throat. I don't want to hear that you did for me because you're probably not. But welcome to my podcast.
I'm glad to be here.
I mean, I've been potting for a long time now, so it seems really cool to see. Is this the first time I've had a podcaster on my podcast?
Yes, I believe so.
Dare I say? Let me not miss yarn. Maybe there's probably one other person. I don't know, but this is the first time in a long time, at least. Definitely the first time this season where I've had a podcaster.
I'm honored
on my podcast. So you deserve another set of clapping.
So for in case there's some of our listeners who don't know who he is, could you give us a...
Can you give yourself... This is the part. This is what I'm going to say. Can you tell us about yourself, right? Hold on. Let me tell you why I say that.
Yeah.
Right? You know the word that is abused so much other than the word creative?
Yeah. What's that word?
Music industry exec.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's a music industry exec.
I know.
What do you exec? I don't know. What do you execute? So I need you to tell me that's how deep it is. Because every time we music business professional, music business day, A&R.
Yeah.
So I want you to outline in
What
this current season of your life, because it could be a different season. You could be a different thing. I don't know. In this current season of Excel's life, what are the things that Excel does?
I like how you put that, especially mentioning current season, because I feel like that's how work has evolved in these times. Like
Facts.
There are things you do for a certain time and then you switch and then you switch. Okay, currently I...
Wait, as you talk, I'll go give you gunshots. Let's go.
I'm a creative consultant. I am a music exec.
No. You can't use the word music exec.
Really?
Don't say that. Because everything you probably say is an umbrella. Like music exec is probably an umbrella. So don't say those two words. I'm
a creative consultant.
Let's go.
Here's one you didn't know. I'm a songwriter. Here's one you didn't know.
I'm going to give you gunshot. But low key.
You knew?
Are you saying like you really... See... Yeah. Anybody can be inside the studio and be like, oh yeah, say this one thing in front of this one line. Add this one inside the hook. Yeah. And there's people that's like, sit down and like, you compose a song
I've composed songs and I never was crazy about getting the credit because low-key I was like, I'm not really proud of this shit.
Why are you not
For
proud of
people.
being a songwriter?
But that's going to change. Shout out to my guy D Truce.
Okay. Ooh.
His new EP is
He's a
coming
friend of
out.
the pod.
Yeah. His EP is coming soon, and I wrote a song on that.
So who's singing the song that you wrote?
He sang the song, but I wrote.
So you're a songwriter.
Yes, I am.
Are you writing love songs? Or are you writing hardcore rap? Because like I'm looking at you like you a hip hop guy. I can't picture you writing
I'm a
like
hip hop guy, but this was more banter. You know,
so you're not writing. You didn't write a song about
it
love,
wasn't
right?
something. Nah.
I'm already a fan.
We're not about that life.
I'm already a fan.
Songwriter. I also am, for lack of a better phrase or word, I'm a deals guy. I'm a deals
Okay,
guy.
I'm gonna give you those shots.
In the sense that one of the ways that I've come up in this industry, to be honest, is I've been able to sit in rooms and make things happen for other people and collect my percentage.
So you're a middle.
Yeah, I'm a middleman.
They used to slander people like you.
It's fine. I love.
They say that there's some people in this Nigeria that they're rich off being middlemen. They don't do anything.
In the world,
all they do is
it's what it is. In the world, it's what it is.
So you're a dot connector.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you're a deals guy. Oh yeah. Let's go.
What else?
Talking to Mike.
I'm like an upcoming sugar daddy. If you, yeah. I do for the girls.
Should I gunshot? I'm a gunshot.
Give me, come on.
I'm a gunshot.
For the girls, them. What else?
You already look like one. I don't know if the age matches, but you look like one. I don't know if the bank account matches either, but you shall have
the bank account
already.
is slowly, like I said, upcoming. We're getting there. If not for the economy.
Why you're going to use people's recording bonus to be taking babes and buying house?
Is that not what the artists use it for?
Okay, but the artist, but being a deals guy.
Oh my god! I mean, I think that's about it, basically.
You sure that's about it?
Yeah, that's about it.
Knowing people like you probably have like two. Okay, but I said current season, so you're not doing any other thing right now.
No, I'm not doing anything right now.
Okay, all right, know what?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you live up to the name of being a music exec. Like I said, everybody will say I'm a music exec, and I'm like, okay, what exactly is it that you do? Because executive is such a broad word. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, it shows a level of professionalism and maybe authority in the music space. But like, what exactly do you do? So I like the fact that you actually broke it down.
Yeah.
This is my umbrella. These are the pillars or the things under my umbrella. So that's dope.
Yeah.
All right. So this how this podcast go. All right. I got my handy dandy hand fans. Mm-hmm. All right. Each of the fans has a topic or a question that we're going to discuss. Right. Uh-huh. But that's not even the important part about the podcast. Like F knowing about who you are. Like I don't care about that. The important part is this thing right here. All right, baby. This is a very important thing to me. If there was no this, there would be no pod. All right.
You know, when you told me to come on the pod, my mind went to Garri straight. Like
that's what I like to hear. It means the brand is branding.
Yes.
When is the last time you smoked Garri?
Probably like 2 years ago.
Oh, and why has it been so long since you smoked Garri?
I don't know. I really don't. There's no legitimate reason.
But it's not like you're not looking down on like, this poor man's food. This is poverty food.
That is great food.
Good.
Great.
Good. If it's great, I don't know why it's been 2 years for you though.
2 years. And I still remember the last time it was like Garri and Kuli Kuli.
What was the situation? Who was you smoking with?
I was alone. I was just at home. And I was watching Mulan. I was rewatching Mulan.
Mulan.
Yes, I love animations.
Garri and Mulan. Freak popcorn. Freak popcorn. Was it yellow or white?
It was yellow. It's always yellow for me. It's always yellow for me. I don't know what your white
I said I love the way you move, baby.
It's always yellow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
In case you didn't, he smokes yellow Garri.
Yeah,
that's welcome back. And as you're back, the first guest on your reunion back to us after being a prodigal son, the guy is smoking yellow Garri. So how do you feel? How do you feel? He's a deals guy. Instead of you to be doing like this, you should smoke yellow Garri with him. Let me find you deal.
If you're smoking white Garri, you've got issues.
Let me find you deal.
What's wrong with you? What happened to your childhood?
Don't mind them.
Why?
Haters are gonna hate. And haters are gonna hate. That ain't got nothing to do.
So yes, thank you.
So I didn't have to ask you yellow or white because you already on the winning team.
Yeah.
Damn, I love it here. I absolutely love it here. Okay, so let's toss this off the table. Psych no. Okay, so you just made my day. You know,
I'm glad.
You just made my day. I also drink yellow Garri.
Yeah.
Don't know what this is. Don't even know why it exists.
Yeah,
don't know why they didn't pour this thing in oil and fry it like they're supposed to. But it's fine. There's some people that their taste buds are very primitive, and they
Yeah.
still take this.
It's all right.
All right. So what do you supplement your yellow garri with?
Milk,
Okay.
milk, sugar,
Sharp guy.
granite,
Sharp
or
guy. Wait, as in you put the kuli in the garri?
Yeah.
Sorry, kuli is what? Chin chin, right?
Kuli is granite. It's made of granite. I don't know what the other ingredients are, but I know it's made of granite. And the first time I did that, it's not chin chin. First time I did that was in Jos. Like I went to the market with my mom to buy kuli in Jos. And right there in the store, the woman was drinking guy, and she was they were like long sticks, and she was breaking it and putting it inside. And I was like, what a concept. And it stuck with me.
And your life changed.
Yeah.
You know, I think we should pick up the first fan. That's what I think we should do before we get into conversation that we cannot finish today on this podcast.
So I pick up any fan?
I'll pick up. No, let me read it. I already picked it. Okay. I'm already on it right now. Okay. Right. So first fan. Dun 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 dun. I don't know if this is how you wanted to start this podcast, but let's go. We move. So amidst the Omale and Ruga dispute,
my lord,
you tweeted that a lot of new acts are boring outside of music and quote unquote have no personality.
My lord.
The question of the day is, one, do you care to elaborate on this claim? And then if you do care to highlight, talk to us about the importance of an artist having a personality.
So just, for the audience, in case you don't know what happened.
I didn't even know what happened till like Mali.
So it was a Buju versus Omale versus Ruga type situation.
Okay, how did it start?
Someone tweeted, I can't remember.
That Twitter is a very bad
But someone compared Buju and Ruga, I think.
Yeah, I saw it from
innocently.
On what platform? Like, what was happening?
It was Twitter.
Was it tweeting or like spaces or what?
No, tweeting, an actual tweet.
Okay.
And I've forgotten the context of the tweet.
Okay.
But there was a comparison thing going on. And then Ruga goes, I love Benson. That's my bro, one thing. But I am better. All my hits are my songs.
Yeah.
I don't do featured hits. Now me get them.
And that was all he said.
That's what he said. And
then that's when all hell broke loose.
And then Buju responded, I get 100% of my money. I did this, I did that, which is,
Does he really?
We will get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Okay.
So I now tweeted that I tweeted that I get it. And Twitter was excited that day.
Yeah.
Twitter was excited because a lot of the new acts, and I've been crying about this for a minute, outside of the music, they're boring. The fans don't really care about.
I can agree. There's nothing to buy into.
Yeah, there's nothing to buy into.
You were going to say the fans don't do what?
The fans don't care about, not that they don't care about, the guys don't offer anything else outside the music for the fans to care about.
Thank you for changing that sentence because you were about to say something that was going to vex me. Thank you.
They don't offer anything else that the fans can care about outside the music. And I'm like, it's a problem even offline, right? Because there are a few of them that can walk into a room. Look, man, if Wiz walks into a room, Do you understand?
But does Wiz show his personality?
He used to. So now he switched his personality to this, I don't talk too much, I'm a boss. Before Wiz had opinions on everything. Before.
Really?
Yes. He was wild on Twitter. He had opinions on every goddamn thing before.
Okay.
Now it's just post the ego, love,
more love,
big
less
Wiz,
ego.
and I like it. He's in his 30s now, so he's trying to tell I'm not a kid anymore. I like it. I like it.
So the rebrand of him being more quiet and being more reserved
makes sense.
It doesn't affect him.
No, it doesn't.
But it affects Benson and Fireboy and Omale and all the other ones.
It affects the rest of them because it's like we don't know who you are outside of music. There's nothing else that tells us who you are. So there's no real brand to buy into outside the music. There's nothing else.
So why would they be excited that artists are fighting on Twitter? Because it shows your personality?
That's the like...
Because they want to touch...
That's the humanity.
That's the closest they can get to
It's like when Thames went off from niggas from Uganda when she came back. Twitter was like, madam, so you can spaz like this. It's not always trend. So really, you mean that try me where you sing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? People were like, yeah.
And she's maintained that badass persona too. So now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for a lot of them, that's the issue. So when they are... And I've been in situations where these niggas walk into rooms and people are like, hi. Yeah, okay. They look at you and they recognize you. Maybe one or two people take a picture, but that's that. Hey, man.
My G, please pick up the next fan.
Okay, you've witnessed the industry evolve from physical to digital sales market as a consumer, but you've also seen this transition from the corporate side working at Boomplay. So the question is, in your opinion, how would you say streaming has impacted the African music industry and the general perception of music? This is a good one.
It's a good one. Don't answer generically.
Yeah, this is a good one. Streaming impacting African music. The music has been able to travel. That's traveled way further than CDs could have ever taken it. However, this does not mean that certain feats that have been accomplished now are new. And that's a mistake we tend to make when talking about our new or the current faces of Afrobeats or Nigerian music. It wasn't new that Nigerian artists would do shows in the UK and like sell out the place. Maybe certain venues are new, like the Old Support. It wasn't a new thing. King Sunny Ade did that. Fela did that. Like a bunch of people did that.
So you can't blame some of us for not knowing. Shout out to the Afrobeats backstory that taught us.
Shout out to Shania.
That documentary was fire.
So so people have been doing this for a minute. One thing I always find fascinating about King Sunny Ade is Bob Marley dies. Like, you know how big Bob Marley is, right? Bob Marley is larger than life. Bob Marley dies. And Island Records, they have a meeting and they're like, we need an artist that can have a universal voice like Bob Marley. And they signed King Sunny Ade.
Stop.
Yes.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Facts. And they signed King Sunny Ade. It's crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes some people are just like, but all these things had to happen for us to be here. Like, there have to be people that go and open the doors. Sometimes the doors are harder, but now it's easier because people have gone ahead and made groundwork. You know? So, yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to another aspect we don't talk about, the pirates in Alaba that were pirating music. These niggas were taking P-Square's music to countries that P-Square had not gone to yet.
Malaysia.
Do you understand? Yeah. They were Nollywood and the music industry. Pirates have fucked us up a lot. So
do you think Alaba can adopt this digital, like...
They did. A lot of them did.
How?
A lot of them did. A lot of them became modern day music distributors. A lot of the Alaba guys. No, now when I'm even saying the Alaba guys, I'm not talking about the pirates, so because they were legit music distributors and film distributors in Alaba, legit that had contracts with the creatives and all that, legit ones. They were there. So one of the things Boomplay did when Boomplay came into the market was Boomplay went to Alaba.
Ooh.
Yeah, sat down with a lot of...
I love it when they do the groundwork.
Shout out to Ire, Oye, Tosin, Energy. They went into Alaba. Got music distributors. Like, I'm talking about people that have been distributing for 30 years, 40 years. Some of them are very old. It's their children that are now running it. Sat down with them. We're able to get, because those guys still have the rights. Some of those artists, it was crazy then now. Yeah. They didn't really read, they just signed. So some of those distributors have like lifetime rights.
Shit.
To distributing the content. Some have 40 years, some have whatever. So for those ones we had conversations with both the creatives.
You have to get licensing deals from the Alaba guys.
Yeah, but we also informed the creatives. Let it not be like you just see your music uploaded and you don't know how that happened, right? So
did y'all think about restructuring the deal so that the creatives also get...
It's not on us. That's not on us. That's not on Boomplay, rather.
So you didn't feel no sense of onus to be like...
No, but so that falls on
with anybody to say
that falls on the creatives and a contract. That's why we need to hammer. A contract is a contract. There's no magic.
Can't do anything about
there's no magic that can be done.
I feel like I would be the person. Maybe it's Mumumi now.
Yeah.
That if I was in that type of place, I'll say, hey, can we look at the specifics of this deal and try to restructure the deal that everybody would not.
That's how you get in trouble legally. That's how you get in trouble legally. So. Boomplay had conversations with those distributors and also informed the creatives that, look, this person you gave.
And what did the creatives say?
Of course, they were happy. It means new source of income. So they were happy.
How would it be a new source of income for them that, their songs become popular and they get shows?
There's always a split between the distributor and the artist. It could be 7. It's like modern day distribution.
True. Okay, facts.
So,
facts.
And then they gave us a lot of content. In Nigeria, there are a lot of Nigerian content, music content, you won't find on Apple Music and other places. Like old school shit.
Facts.
It's only on Boomplay because they went to more or less the source,
So Apple Music and Spotify need to go meet them.
Yeah, they need to. I find it very fascinating. This is a wild take. But I find it very fascinating that Apple Music is being regarded as the official or standard of charting here in Nigeria. Apple Music has not done as much as one activation in Nigeria. They have not as much as done a campaign with Platinum, they've put up a couple of billboards for people. Yay. But
it's the name that precedes them.
It's quite interesting.
And the packaging, I guess.
Streaming has taken the music far.
Do you have any more fans?
One more.
Okay. Let's go.
Only fan.
Come on. Come on.
Okay. Here we go. We often talk about how the internet/social media has catapulted the careers of many musicians, but we don't discuss how the internet kickstarted the careers of many established music executives. I like this one. You went from casually to... How do you know this?
Kosi,
I did my research.
How do you know this?
He don't play sometimes.
How do you know this? People don't know this. You went from casually tweeting personal opinions about pop culture music to becoming a millennial powerhouse. Okay. What part did social media play in your career's evolution, and how can aspiring music business professionals use social media to imagine? What part did he play? He played a big part, a huge part. I'm still surprised that How do you know? You must tell me how you know this. He played a huge part because I was the guy that was always tweeting about my unfiltered music opinion. I don't even do it as much anymore because I have alliances and things now. So
the industry now.
Yeah, I've been compromised. But back then I would tweet my unfiltered, really, really unfiltered music opinion on things. I remember one particular case. It's crazy. YJ does not remember. Maybe if she watches this, she will now remember. There was a time YJ released an album and there was almost no marketing for the album. But the album was fire. And then someone does an article on Seun Badejo. Shout out to Seun Badejo, by the way. I used to even write for him at the time. And the article was like, YJ's album is not because of patriarchy or being misogyny. I'm like, no. Yes, there is patriarchy in the music business. I agree. But this album was not even marketed. There was no plan for marketing for this album. This album marketing is trash. Not long after that, YJ starts vlogging. And the tweet went viral. So YJ starts vlogging. It's still up on YouTube. Episode 1 of her vlog is she calling her team for a marketing meeting and say, you see what this boy wrote? He's right. She was like, he's right. But she was like, it affected me for a while. One thing. I almost even wanted to quit music because of that tweet. She said that. So people now came back and were tweeting at me, Maji almost quit music because of you. I was like, no, but she said I was right. She said yes. And then in the video, they start doing a marketing plan.
Did you like the marketing plan that they did in the video?
They didn't show the marketing plan. They were just like, we'll have that meeting now and it's skipped and whatnot.
Okay.
So, music, Twitter especially played a huge role on, I met Joe Boy. When I met Joe Boy working in Boomplay, Joe Boy was like, Excel, I've known you for the longest time because you tweet about hip-hop songs, about rap songs. I'm like, Joe Boy, you're a rap fan? He's like, yes, I am. And I used to follow you because of that. I'm like, damn. I'm like, but dog, you're not following me now, though. What happened? I follow back, and he did. And, it was funny, but people knew me for my music opinions. And I would also write articles for certain blogs.
Were they paying you?
Nah, I was just happy to do it. I love music. I was just happy to do it.
Okay.
And then I think I wrote, there was this article I wrote about MI's Rendezvous. And Chocolate City saw it and they sent me an invite for the listening party, and I've been a huge fan of MI since secondary school. You know what I mean? I've met him in Unilag backstage, but I was a nobody then, so he didn't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at this rendezvous listening party, right? And I'm there very early. I'm there at the time they put, you know, I'm a newbie. I don't know that it's normally 2 hours late.
Facts.
So I'm there, and interestingly, they're still setting up, but he's there. Emma is there. I was like, okay. And so we had time to talk like 45 minutes. We spoke about different things. And he was like, I've been seeing you for a minute. You've been tweeting. You care about music. And I was like, yes, I do. He was like, we need people that care about music in the business side. I mean, he's like, except writing is cool, or don't get me wrong, but we need people that actually care on the business side. And from that day, I started looking for inroads into the music industry. I remember reaching out to, there was a time people were doing this, how many retweets for, do you remember when that was a thing? How many retweets for this? How many retweets for you to give me a job? How many retweets for, I did it without the career. How many retweets for you to give me an internship? You know, with chocolates, I was like, come on, you know those, we'll get back to you.
Did he ever get back to you?
Of course not, he did, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all love. Because last year I gave Chocolate City 2 deals. I was like, I
Only
did that.
You.
Gone short.
What was the commission?
It was good. It was good. So I was like, you know, that opened doors for me, especially MI giving me that advice.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I'm part of one of those deals, MI benefited from it as well. You see, life is full circle. Life is full circle. So that made me start looking for inroads. And then I was working in Transion. Transion is the home of techno in Phoenix, ITEL. And Transion has a sister company, Transnet. So we're all in the same building.
What were you doing for them?
Transion had a news app called Scooper. So I was in charge of entertainment content.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So anytime the artists come to Boomplay, they would also stop by and say hello to Excel, because I had started getting inroads small.
Facts.
So Boomplay now started a media arm and they needed someone. They were like, it's a no-brainer, just bring Excel. You know, bring me in.
So that's how you started working at Boomplay?
That's how I started working. I remember AQ was the first person that even pointed it out to me. AQ was like, you mean you went from tweeting to working for Boomplay? I was like, literally, dog, literally. But tweeting, but it's more than tweet, it's passion. I've always been passionate about music. So social media can play a huge role. And now, in this day and age where if you have clout, if you package well, I mean, opportunities would even come to you.
Right?
They would come to you. So I think it's very important. What's more important is know what you're saying. For anybody who's like an aspiring music exec, know what you're saying. Listen, I've seen it happen a couple of times. We'll have arguments about music and people will come and say something that is popular. Maybe it's a music exec, something that's popular or something that you know that people will like to retweet, or something that the artist will like, you know, and maybe from there you can find favor with the artist. That thing is temporary. If you are correct and you are saying something that you know is right and you stand by it, not only will you have longevity, you will have respect from people that criticize you. The people that will insult you that day and tell you are foolish, they still respect you because they know that you said the truth.
Okay, I'm not gonna pick up the last one. It's funny that you said that Instagram is now the scouting ground for music business professionals as well.
Which I think is fucked up.
Why is it messed up?
Because before A&R used to be real deep diving to find people. So it's not like the A&Rs are literally crazy about the talent.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about for free A&R, because that one is a different conversation.
But it's more like if you see someone that sings, right, and has 200,000 followers, that person is most likely going to get signed more than someone that can sing better than that person and has 1,000 followers.
That's true. But what I'm talking about is not even about artists. It's talking about Instagram being a scouting ground for music business professionals. Yeah. Because there are so many people that would DM me.
Yeah, and you'd be like,
I do manage artists. Oh, do you do this? Oh. There was even one I got a DM, but trauma used to make me not open my DMs anymore. So I've missed, not that I've missed out on opportunities, because I don't think like that anymore. But like those one times, there's more than one occasion someone has asked me something along the lines of like, would you move back to America to work in the music, like to work on to work in music business that would help with the export of Nigerian music from Nigeria abroad, would you move back to America to take a job like that? And it's like, it just reminds me of how you said that they're even scouting people from music industry type stuff on Instagram as well. So just be open. Like he said, be knowledgeable about what you're talking about. Not if you're too lazy to read, you can watch. There's so many things on YouTube. There's so many documentaries. I literally binge watch documentaries every day to learn about a lot of the stuff that I know, and then experience
what's
your
like
best.
Your favorite music documentary? Do you have a favorite?
I don't have a favorite. I don't like answering those favorites.
I have a favorite, and I think everyone should watch it.
What is it?
The Defiant Ones. It's about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine.
That one was a sick one.
And it opens up with how Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine almost lost
their deal because Tyrese was opening his big mouth.
It's a great, and it's on Netflix now, so please.
It's really mad. It's really mad. But yeah, you said it all. I have a love-hate relationship with the industry. I believe I'm anti-industry. I work from a bubble. I do my own thing in my bubble. I am, what depends on the route you want to take. You want to be the one that creates content and impact from their space, you can. If you want to deep dive like how XL is moving, you can as well. Okay, I'm not gonna pick up the last fan. It's funny that you said that Instagram is now the scouting ground for music business professionals as well.
Which I think is fucked up.
Why is it messed up?
Because before A&R used to be real deep diving to find people. So it's not like the A&Rs are literally crazy about the talent.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about for free A&R, because that one is a different conversation.
But it's more like if you see someone that sings, right, and has 200,000 followers, that person is most likely going to get signed more than someone that can sing better than that person and has 1,000 followers.
That's true. But what I'm talking about is not even about artists. It's talking about Instagram being a scouting ground for music business professionals. Yeah. Because there are so many people that would DM me.
Yeah, and you'd be like,
I do manage artists. Oh, do you do this? Oh. There was even one I got a DM, but trauma used to make me not open my DMs anymore. So I've missed, not that I've missed out on opportunities, because I don't think like that anymore. But like there was one time, there's more than one occasion someone has asked me something along the lines of like, would you move back to America to work in the music, like to work in music business that would help with the export of Nigerian music from Nigeria abroad? Would you move back to America to take a job like that? And it's like, it just reminds me of how you said that they're even scouting people from music industry type stuff on Instagram as well. So just be open. Like he said, be knowledgeable about what you're talking about. Not if you're too lazy to read, you can watch. There's so many things on YouTube. There's so many documentaries. I literally binge watch documentaries every day to learn about a lot of the stuff that I know, and then experience
what's like best. Your favorite music documentary? Do you have a favorite?
I don't have a favorite. I don't like answering those favorites.
I have a favorite, and I think everyone should watch it.
What is it?
The Defiant Ones. It's about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine.
That one was a sick one.
And it opens up with how Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine almost lost
their deal because Tyrese was opening his big mouth.
It's a great, and it's on Netflix now, so please.
It's really mad. Yeah. It's really mad. But yeah, you said it all. I have a love-hate relationship with the industry. I believe I'm anti-industry. I work from a bubble. I do my own thing in my bubble. I am, what depends on the route you want to take. If you want to be the one that creates content and impact from their space, you can. If you want to deep dive like how XL is moving, you can as well. So I'm not going to be the last fan. The floor is yours, Kosi.
All right. So real quick, we have Song of the Week.
Okay.
Right. So you're going to the song is going to play out as the episode fades out.
Okay.
Well, just give us a song that you're listening to or someone that you want to put on.
You can use song from that project you just dropped, but you can't give me copyright strike if you play it. I'm gonna tell them that you're playing a song from that hip hop album, but they shouldn't strike my stuff on YouTube.
This is going to be hard. Who can I give you now that you won't have copyright issues? Is my headache.
Who's not signed? Who's signed to a boutique label in Nigeria? That would appreciate the promotion.
This is like nobody's coming to my head at the moment. But let's see. There's a guy. His name is Dotti, Dotti, and he has a song called Bilisi.
Called what?
Bilisi. Bilisi. Bilisi.
He's not signed.
Bilisi is not signed.
Who's distributing for him?
I think. I don't know. But he's not signed.
Okay.
That's Bilisi.
All right, XL, thank you for pulling up on a babe. You are greatly appreciated. Please throw a deal my way. A deal I can actually do. Thank you very much.
I did for you.
And without further ado, we are out.